says I'm live. We'll see if I actually am here in just a second and let some people get signed in, and we'll take our first fish. Because before I could get everything set up with the live stream, I got a daggone fish on over here. I dropped my baits down, was setting up a stream, and boom, rod goes down. So I waited to land him till we get this going. That way we can get fish number one right off the bat. But for those of you watching this live stream after the fact, kind of give you the rundown where I'm at, what I'm doing. So today I'm on Hoover Reservoir in Ohio. I get my words out. Doing some dragging right now. I'm out here just kind of making my way back to the launch. I went out this morning, got some bait, loaded up for a tournament tomorrow, and thought I'd do a little live stream here as I make my way back to the boat launch. So pulling a couple baits behind me, got another under a balloon. Hey, there's Nikki Hayes. What's up, Nikki? Nikki had messaged me last night about going live today, and I said probably not because the weather was supposed to be bad, but the storms apparently ain't coming in for another 2 or 3 hours, so got some extra time that I didn't think I was going to have. But anyway, y'all, looks like we got some people coming in here now, but I was setting up this live stream. Again, it was kind of impromptu because I didn't think it was going to happen today. I dropped my baits down, was going through the motions on the YouTube thing, and boom, rod goes down. So I've actually got a pretty nice blue cast set here on this rod right now that we got to land here in just a second. So I just wanted to make sure that I am live and that people can hear me and stuff. I got the fancy microphone, which we've had issues with in the past on the live stream. So let's see what we got here. I got several people commenting. I guess y'all can hear me. There's Paul Boyd. What's going on, Paul? Catfish Club member, 334 Outdoors. Clinton G, been a member for 13 months. Glad I got to catch you live. Love your recent videos. Thank you, Clinton. Billy Daughtry. Thank you, man. Appreciate the good luck. There's Douglas Medlin. Tell you what, y'all, let's set y'all, well, hell with it. Heck with that thing up there, y'all. Heck with it, by gosh. Let's just land this fish like this. I gotta get my glove. I'm all out of sorts here, y'all. Bear with me now. Bear with me. If we get a monster out here, we'll figure something out with that front camera mount to do a hero shot with. Let's dedicate this first one here to Clinton G, who had been a member for 13 months. 13's better than 12. I don't care what they say. They claim it's bad luck, but I think it's pretty good luck that Clinton's been a member for so long. So let's see if we can land this thing. It's a nice one. I get me 3 of these tomorrow, I'm gonna be in good shape in the tournament. I'm gonna need 3 of them though. Come here, fish. Oh! Boy, he's wound up, man. You'd think he'd be tired out. I fought him. Got him up the surface, just been pulling him along while I finished getting the dang YouTube live stream set up there. Oh man, there he is, y'all. That's a solid fish anywhere in the country. Hoover Reservoir blue cat right there, man. Let's do a fist pump worthy fish right off the bat. No skunk today, even though y'all didn't see the rod go down. This fish couldn't wait to get landed, buddy. Boy, this fish, man. Let's put y'all back in the chest a minute. He's got line wrapped all around him. This one ate a crappie head, y'all. Goodness gracious, come out that line. There we go. There we go. Let's get rid of him. There you go. What a mess he made with the line there, folks. All right. Let's get our line undone here. I'm gonna stick me another bait on. I ain't using the premium bait right now. I got some scraps on back here that didn't get used, so we're gonna put them on, I reckon, and throw them out. I got me some temporarily alive crappie in this here bucket. Unfortunately, my aerator is currently dead. So I'm switching out, and I'll probably have to do it on this live stream. I'm switching out my water periodically to keep them things alive, because I want to keep them alive for tournament day. I'm going to use them cut bait tomorrow, but I want to cut them right before I use them. I want them as fresh as possible. I got a feeling that a lot of us are going to be fishing in the same general area tomorrow. And so any advantage I can get with having the freshest bait possible, I want it. So anyway, again, for those of you just now tuning in or watching this after the fact, on Hoover Reservoir in Ohio. First time ever fishing in Ohio the last few days. Just come up here for a tournament tomorrow, and I wanted to pre-fish and kind of get a lay of the land out here. And it's been a productive trip. I've got two videos filmed from up here, and hopefully get another one tomorrow, and then this live stream. So been a pretty good time so far. Let's see what all we got going on up here in the chat box. There's Brian Forrest and his horse named Toby. Yeah, Slay Short. I got the orange on up here. 334 Outdoors says audio's good. Perfect. Daryl Clinton Outdoors. Callie, K&K Fishing Adventures, been a member for 18 months. Heck yes, is going to listen to this live stream while I do homework before work. Awesome, Callie. Glad you could tune in. Bob Brown hit me with $2. Thank you, Bob. He didn't leave a comment with it, but I appreciate you. You're a good man, Bob. I don't care what they say. MJB says, first time with you live. Where's Daphne? She's back in Tennessee with her grandparents today. They're living dangerously. Babysitting that dog. She's been in a lot of trouble down there at their house. There's Josh, carp and catfish baits, tips, tricks, and techniques. What's going on, Josh? Hunter Dozier, I got 10-aught size hooks on right now. Thank you, Johnny Doan. There's Bob Brown again with another 5-spot. He says, glad to see you in Ohio. Keep it up. Well, thank you, Bob. Good to be here, finally. Been a long time coming, Bob. I planned on coming up last year for this Hoover tournament and smashed Bambi a few days before the tournament, so I had to pull out, but everything worked out this time. So I'm here, been on some fish, so I'm hoping to not embarrass myself tomorrow in the tournament. 334 Outdoors, he says, remember that Ohio is a myth and can't hurt. $1.99. Thank you, 334. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you tuning in. It was kind of, just an impromptu thing. I thought from looking at the weather report last night that I was going to be off the water by now. And so this morning's trip for me was pretty much just coming out and making sure I'm stocked up on bait and ready to go tomorrow. But you know how the weather report goes. You look at it 12 hours ago, it says one thing, and you get out here and you're getting something totally different. So no storms, no rain, a little cloudy, no wind. So it's perfect right now. So anyway, we're going to go live for an hour and a half. Right now I'm trolling my way back to the car. I don't have my graph on. I brought the live scope with me up here. It has paid off with some fish, which you will see in a video. I sniped some catfish with it. Boy, it's a pain in the ass to travel with though. Stay in a hotel, having to charge batteries, take all this stuff off the kayak. Like it on the water. off the water, not so much. But anyway, I'm conserving battery, so I'm not running electronics today. The crappie have been so amazingly easy to catch. Don't need electronics for those. But it would be nice to kind of monitor the speed right now. But apparently I'm going the correct speed because I got that big blue first thing. So just kind of trolling at random through the channel here on my way back to the car. And hopefully we're going to pick off some fish on the way, but not too many. I don't want to stick too many before the tournament. You see that with my bass fishing friends a lot. You know, they travel, go out of state and stuff, fish them big Hobie tournaments. They pre-fish all week long, pound it. And then they get out there on tournament day, nobody catch anything, you know. So I'm trying not to do that. I got on a good bite where I'm going to be fishing the tournament at, and I left it alone. And I went and hit a couple other places that I didn't do worth a damn at. So you won't see any videos from those sessions, but feeling pretty good about going into the tournament tomorrow. I think I'm going to catch some fish. Will I get enough to win or cash? Who knows? But I don't think I'm going to blank tomorrow. So anyway, let me get back to the chat box here. Hell, I'm rambling on. See what all we got here. We got David Bell. He's watching me a while now. I don't ever go up to Norris there. It's a pretty good drive for me, about an hour, so I typically fish places closer than that around the house. Donna has joined the Kayak Catfish Club. Thank you so much, Donna. Glad to have you. Appreciate your support. Appreciate all my members. Thank you so much, Donna. Yeah, Bob, they're calling. Well, you know, the weather report, like I was just talking about, it is looking kind of rough in the morning here. I think we're probably going to get some rain, and we're going to get wet in the morning for sure. But hopefully the storm's going to be out of here this evening. I'm hoping that rain maybe keeps some people off the water tomorrow. Heck far, Bob. I just lost my spot again. There we go. Daniel Maddox says Ohio weather changes about every 30 minutes. I believe it, buddy. Dups Outdoor Adventures got a pretty awesome kayak set up there, it sounds like. Oh, my man Keith Hensley from back home hit me with a 5-spot. He says, proud to say we did a kayak dolphin excursion in St. Thomas back in March and didn't flip it over. Good luck with the tournament. Well, thank you, Keith. Any day you get back to the launch and your kayak has remained upright, it's a good day. That's a fact. You know, some people go down there and swim with them dolphins, but them things are pretty aggressive sometimes. I don't know that I'd want to swim with them. I think I'd rather stay in the kayak if at all possible. Keith goes on them cruises all the time. I see his Facebook posts and stuff. He's one of them cruisers. I'm not much on being trapped on a boat for that long. I've been on one cruise in my life, and I was like, yeah, I got it out of my system. You know, I'm probably done with this. But some people really get into it. Keith obviously does, because he goes on them all the time. I guess you got a big family like Keith does. He's got several kids. I've lost track of how many kids he's got. But it probably would be cheaper going on a cruise than it would be getting airfare for 10 or 12 people, however many kids he's got now. He probably needs to take that $5 he gave me and buy some condoms, because he's got too many damn kids. He's going to have to buy a mansion to house them all at this point. Tyler Chambers, the surface temp, I don't have my graph on, but yesterday it was mid-60s. So it's heating up here. The crappie are spawning. If you want to catch some crappie, go to any shallow water area. They're here by the millions. 9-inch limit out here in Ohio. They are in here by the buttloads. Ryan Spangler hit me with $9.99. He says, happy early Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Thank you for all you do. Well, thank you, Ryan. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Happy Mother's Day early to my mom if she tunes in. I sent her a message, told her I was going live. I guess she got better crap to do because she don't apparently know it yet. So she normally moderates for me on these live streams. She'll show up eventually, I reckon. But happy Mother's Day to all you women out there. Glad to have you. We wouldn't be here without all you moms. That's a fact. Claire Banna says, what part of the country have you not fished that you want to fish someday? Definitely Idaho or Oregon. I want to go up there and catch some of them big sturgeon. Never been to Idaho. I have been to Oregon, worked up there a few years ago, and beautiful, beautiful state. But didn't get through any fishing while I was there, and I definitely want to get some of them sturgeon if possible. Heck, far, I lost my spot again, y'all. I'm terrible at this live streaming. We out of practice. We out of practice with you. You think I'd get better by now. There's Jeff Gerald. Fishing Billy says, good luck in the tournament. Thank you. No, Abomination, I don't ever use no stink bait. There's Sandra, Florida Channel Catfishing. What's up, Sandra? Yeah, Brian Force, it's 8-hour tournament tomorrow, 7 to 3. Thanks, Martin Fallon. Oh, man, Callie hit me with a 50. Lordy mighty, y'all. Here we go. Callie says, you know, it's not much farther to my fishing grounds. We have tournaments, too, even if it's just those old channel cats. Get this donation out of the way so I don't forget. Well, thank you, Callie. Callie helping pay my gas money back home, y'all. I appreciate it, Callie. Y'all load me up already. I sure appreciate you. Lord, there's Sandra too. Done hit me with a 10 spot. Says here, fishy, fishy. Thank you, Sandra. We're gonna try to catch them, Sandra, but not too many. Not too many. We don't want to store lift these fish a day before I need to hook them again. I can't say too much about what my plans are because some of the competition might be watching. You know, I don't want to be giving away nothing. I posted a picture on Instagram yesterday of a big fish I caught. So I don't want to be telling too much, but I feel pretty good about a plan for tomorrow, what I'm going to be doing, depth I'm going to be hitting, the bait that I'm going to be using. Feeling pretty good about catching fish. Now, obviously in tournament, you got to get a little bit lucky, you know, get a big fish. But I think I'm gonna catch fish tomorrow. But I'm gonna need a few like we got here earlier when I started this stream, and like I got there yesterday that I posted on the gram. That one yesterday was a good fish. I get 3 like him tomorrow, I'm gonna be in contention. Mag Warses haven't caught one cat from the bank at Hoover yet. Multiple spots and baits. Sad being a bank man sometimes. Well, I tell you what, man, all the bank fishermen I seen this morning crappie fishing all had their limit. By gosh, everybody was pulling them out of there. Ryan Bortz and Kayak Mike still back there now catching crappie. I think they having a big fish fry tonight after we do the tournament check-in thing. Keith says, can't take too many cruises for sure. I don't know, Keith. Seems like you're gone all the damn time. That's just my perception, though. There's James Cardwell. What's up, James? He says, good to see the live stream. Good luck up there in the tourney. If you haven't subscribed to Kayak Catfish, you don't know what you're missing. Well, thank you, James. There's James Shuey. What's going on, James? There's Levi in the house. Yeah, Jake Lane, I would ideally like to catch some sturgeon on the kayak. I'd like to get me one of them big 200-pounders and go for a ride. Thank you, Rodney. Brian Forrest, if I got to wear a Georgia shirt to win tomorrow, I'd just as soon lose. I'd rather just finish last place. Steve Klein says, what's the payout like with this tournament? It'll depend on how many people end up signing up, but it should be somewhere between, first place should get somewhere between $1,500 and $2,000 tomorrow. And the big fish prize will probably be 5 to 7, 800. Again, it's all kind of dependent on how many people sign up. And we usually, the last few hours before the cutoff times, usually when everybody signs up. So unknown at the present time, but there's $1,000 guaranteed for first place before anybody signs up. Big fish prize is like 200 guaranteed. And then Steve Douglas puts up a mystery fish prize. So anybody who doesn't cash in the tournament, their fish are eligible to win that prize, which is their entry fee back. So I suspect there'll be a good turnout for this, being Ohio. There's a lot of people that catfish up here in Ohio. We've had good turnouts for the Tennessee tournaments, and it's pretty much been all travelers that have come to Tennessee. I think I'm the only person from Tennessee that has fished those events. Everybody else has been from Kentucky, Ohio, Texas, you know, those places. So I think it'll be a pretty good turnout tomorrow. Oh man, Sandra. I'm trying to click on your comment there, Sandra. My screen's messed up. Sandra has hit me with a super chat and I can't see it. I think it's $10, but on my screen, I wish you could see it, Sandra. It's all smudged up. It's weird. Nobody else's comments like that, but Sandra, give me some damn money and I can't see it. I'm sorry, Sandra. I appreciate you. I appreciate you super chatting me though, but I can't see what your comment says. Daggone. YouTube and their glitches here. I'm sorry, Sandra. I'm clicking on it, but all it does is bring up the... No, it's not Sandra. This says Claire Banna. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. I don't know who the hell is super chatting me. I thought it was Sandra, but maybe it's Claire. I've botched this whole segment, y'all. I apologize. Claire and Sandra both, I appreciate the hell out of you. I don't know why that one comment is blurred up. I can barely see the top of it, and it looks like $10. I don't know. Either way, I'm sorry, and thank you. There's Ted. He says, nice to catch a live, almost as good as catching a fish. Well, thank you, Ted. And thank you to Ted's daughter, too, who's probably also watching with him. They into that carp fishing out there. I'm into it, too. I saw a bunch of carp jumping today when I was back there catching crappie, and about killed me not to try to catch a few of them. I'm going to turn here a little bit, y'all. The wind is kind of blowing me all cockeyed here. I'm going to try to turn into it maybe. Dubs Outdoors says, what tournament are you fishing that is kayak friendly up here? I'm fishing a kayak catfishing tournament, actually. Kayak Mike runs a tournament series called Online Catfishing Tournaments. And he has an in-person trail along with his online events. Now, next year, it's going to be part of the King Cat boat tournament. Kayak Mike is going to be running their kayak. It's basically like a partnership between the two. And next month on Sandusky Bay, King Cat is chipping in $5,000 to the pot. So it's going to be a big payout event. I don't know if I'll go to that or not. That's about 10.5-hour drive from me. So that's a pretty good haul. But yeah, you can find the tournaments on the Fishing Chaos app, or you can just hit up Kayak Mike there on Facebook. But it's tomorrow if you want to fish it. Come on out. Still time to sign up. Anywhere on Hoover. The meetup is tonight at Oxbow Boat Ramp. There's another super chat that I can't see. Wonder if that's the same one. I've lost my spot. That may have been the same one. If I missed somebody's super chat, I'm sorry. It ain't my intention. That one thing is messed up for some reason. But it may have been the same one. I've lost my spot. Kelly says 6 more weeks and I'll be a college graduate. Won't be doing homework on top of working 50 hours a week anymore. That means more free time for fishing. Awesome, Kelly. I'm glad to hear it's coming to an end for you. Congratulations early on graduation. I know you've worked hard for it. Every time Callie has ever tuned into my stream, she's either been at work, on her way to work, or on her way home from work. Every time, without fail. J.B. Shaw, $5 says good luck from Chapin, South Carolina. I don't know how to pronounce your town there, but thank you for the super chat. I don't know if it's like Mary Chapin Carpenter, the country singer, or like Charlie Chaplin or Chaplin. I can't remember his name, but you know what I'm trying to say. Either way, thank you. Tim Hull in the house. What's up, Tim? Says good luck. Thank you. Nikki says it's $10. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate you staying on top of it. I can't figure this stuff out, Nikki. I'm glad you tuned in. No, Jackson, I won't be live tomorrow. I'll be filming a regular video, but I got to use my phone to take pictures and submit for the tournament, so I won't be able to be live on it at the same time. Awesome, Catfish Viking. Looking forward to it, buddy. Sean Tanner says he drove to Chattanooga and fished for 5 days. Seemed like the river gets hot, then cold. Is that normal for TVA catfish action? Yeah, Sean. Sometimes you'll have feeding windows. You've probably heard me talk about that in videos sometimes, and there's certain. It's like you go through a stretch of a week, 2 week time where it's like all the fish are feeding from, dawn till 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, and then it shuts off like a light switch and you don't get another bite. And other times, they'll bite all daggone day. It just kind of varies. But yeah, it is very hot and cold depending on what time you're out there. Sandra says, I only hit you up one time unless you hit a gollywater. Well, that must have been, I don't know, that whole thing was messed up there, Sandra. I botched that whole segment. I blame YouTube for shrinking the box to that size for some reason. On that one comment, I don't know why. James Shuey says he's praying that using bluegill will help him catch more catfish this year. Well, I hope it does, buddy. I got me a few for tomorrow just in case I need them. Patrick Pittman with a 10 spot. Thank you, Patrick. He says, hello, Mr. Justin. I'm happy to catch you live, buddy. Love to watch you fish tournaments. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I'm going to give it to college try tomorrow. Try not to embarrass myself up here in the great state of Ohio. People have been telling me to come up here for years, so I want to make the most of it up here. Tadpole says, I'm giving Daphne time to rest up. She don't need it, man. That dog's the Energizer Bunny. I've never seen an animal with so much energy. She just goes and goes and goes. I can't wear her down. Tim Holtz has been out carp fishing for 3 days now. He's caught 10 fish, but all look more like channel cats than carp. I'm glad you've been catching some anyway, though, buddy. If I had brought my carp gear, I would have tried it up there where I was at catching the crappie, because I kept seeing them jump. It killed me not to do it. I didn't bring my carp gear because I didn't figure I'd have time. I thought the weather was going to be like a complete washout today, and so I knew I was going to need to spend my time Wednesday and Thursday trying to get bait, because I drove up Wednesday. I fished like a couple hours Wednesday afternoon, and then I had all day yesterday, But I didn't think I'd have time for carp fishing, so I left it at the house. Now I'm regretting it. J.B. Shaw, Mary Chapin Carpenter. I don't know whatever happened to her. She may be dead, but she had a couple good hit songs back in the day. So it's Chapin, South Carolina, for anybody who was wondering. I'm sure it's a beautiful town. Thank you, Robert. Oh, I tell you, Mike Wheeler, I don't know if I want Daphne in my kayak or even one of her own. She is a wrecking ball, man. I don't know if I could keep her in it. Yeah, it is. It's a really nice lake up here, Zachary. You live on a beautiful lake. It's for any of y'all who don't know about Hoover Reservoir here in Ohio, it's a horsepower restricted lake, which means any boats out here have to be 9.9 horsepower or less. And I love it because there's no wakeboarders, there's no houseboaters. I ain't seen a single jet ski zipping around through here. It's been awesome. It's been peaceful. And I've seen a bunch of people out. There's been a lot of crappie boats out, catfish boats, people in kayaks and stuff. But you ain't getting beat to death with boat wake constantly. It's been refreshing. Wish we could get something like that back home, but it never happened. There's Catch a Hog down there in the great state of Texas. Travis Gentry in the house. Yeah, the rain's holding off right now, Travis. We're supposed to get some this afternoon, though. Dale says Hoover's been on fire the last couple of weeks. I believe it. That fish I had there when I first went live was pretty good, and I got a couple yesterday that was really good too. Justin Perdue said he never thought I'd see me fish in Ohio, man. It's happening, buddy. Live in front of your eyes right now. Callie, you should definitely come down. Heck, with next summer, you should come down this summer, and yeah, we can totally make something happen, Callie. We'll put you on some fish somewhere, Callie. If nothing else, we'll find you some channel cats down here. David Clark don't have any more open houses planned for Catfish Sumo. Probably won't do any more this year, I wouldn't think. We'd had those there the last couple months just because Daniel was the title sponsor of the 2 tournaments that we had there. So we had the tournament check-in and meet up there at his shop and just opened it up to anybody who wanted to stop by. But the rest of the tournaments are all out of state. We've got this one here obviously tomorrow, and then Sandusky Bay in June. Next month is June, yeah. My days run together. Sandusky next month in June, and then we don't have one in July, but August is Kerr Lake in North Carolina, and then I think September is somewhere in Indiana. So we won't be back in Tennessee to be doing another one there at Catfish Sumo headquarters. But it was a good time, though. Well, I appreciate the people who come out to the open houses down there. Hey, we'll see you later, James. Thanks for tuning in today, man. No, Brian, I ain't watched no wrestling lately. It's all garbage now. It's unwatchable. AEW was looking good there when CM Punk come back, and, they had that whole drama with him. So MJF is the only wrestler that's worth a damn in modern day wrestling, and he ain't got nobody to wrestle, so can't even hardly watch him. If I watch wrestling now, it's old stuff on the YouTube. Let me scroll down here to this super chat. Pfeiffer's Fishing 555. Thank you, Pfeiffer. He says, love the videos. Catch a golly whopper. Shout out from Owen County, Indiana. Keep up the awesome content. Well, thank you, buddy. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know where that tournament's at in Indiana there in the fall, but I'll probably be up there unless it's a million hours away. I'll probably be up there. So I don't know where you're at in relation to there, but I might see you up there, Pfeiffer. Thank you for that super chat too, buddy. Art Vance, you can keep that 95 degrees, buddy. I ain't having that. Yesterday was hot as damn it out here. It's like 80 something degrees and sunny, but today it's cloudy and cool. Cooler. It's warm, but you know what I mean. Cooler, comfortable. That's the word I'm looking for. Comfortable out here today. Xander Finley says, first live for me, watching from Washington State. Have you ever tried sturgeon fishing, and would you? Thank you for all awesome videos. Xander, we got a fish on. Hold on, buddy. We got one here. I got one going down here, man. Is he still? Yeah, he's still on. Let me get my motor going here a minute, y'all. There we go. I didn't have my course heading set. Yeah, Xander, we were just talking about where I'd like to go, and I'd like to come up there to your area and catch some of them sturgeon. I've been to Washington State and Oregon, but I didn't do any fishing when I was up there. It's a small cat here. Callie, this one's small, but Callie, K&K Fishing Adventures, hit me up with a 50 spot a little while ago. Hit me with Ulysses S. Grant. And by gosh, I'm gonna dedicate a fish to her. If I can get this hook out its mouth, boy, Callie, you don't want this, and this one here's got something on its lip. Look at that thing. That's a nasty looking fish right there, y'all. Old Blue Kitty. Say something for yourself, Blue Cat. He ain't got nothing to say, but I'm gonna make him say it. Happy graduation, Callie, K&K Fishing Adventures. That fish is for you, Callie. Well, I gotta, oh no, boy, I just done it, y'all. I just wrapped my prop up in that line. Dadgummit. The wind pushed me backwards here. Now I got daggone, gosh dang it, that makes me so mad. I guess we're going down a rod here, y'all. I ain't fooling with that. I'll cut that out when I get back. I just wrapped that thing up. We did this on a live stream last year. I got line all up in my prop. It was a nightmare. We'll just let that line, crap. I'd hoped to cut it. Now I'm gonna have to get up there and cut that out of my prop, y'all. What a nightmare. Every time I go live, it seems like something's happening here. But Callie, by gosh, we got you a fish if nothing else. It wasn't nothing to brag about, and he's cost us some time here. Brian Barr hit me with $1.99 too. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that, man. I got to put this camera down here a second, y'all. I got to get up here to my prop. Y'all bear with me a second. I'm going to leave you sitting back here. Y'all still be able to hear me cussing while I'm up here, but you won't be able to see me for a couple minutes here. I got to figure this mess out. I got that dang prop. I got line. At least I'm getting my bait back apparently, because it pulled my line all the way up through there. What a nightmare, man. I tell you, buddy, if you're gonna go live, stuff's gonna go wrong. Dadgummit. There it goes. We about to get it, y'all. Y'all still bearing with me? Talk amongst yourselves. Can't believe I ran over my damn line while I was fooling with that small fish. I've been regretting bringing this kayak all week. With all the trouble I've went through trying to charge batteries and stuff at the hotel. And this right here is another thing, another example of why I'm sick of this damn motor. All right, I think we about got it now. We've at least got it good enough to get me going. All right, let me redeploy this thing. There we go. Any of you's left still watching after that mess? How many people did we lose? We'll figure out who the true supporters are when you see how many people dropped out while I'm having motor malfunctions. Let me just, okay, I didn't want to, I was making sure I wasn't about to run into that line too. Let me get over here and get repositioned. What a mess. What a mess, y'all. We got it covered now. That's fish number 2. All you can do is laugh at it, folks. That's all you can do. Just got to roll with it, man. You spend enough time on the water, things going to go wrong. Especially if you're talking to a camera and ain't paying attention to what you're doing, you're gonna goof up from time to time. I'm just gonna leave that rod out of commission. We're gonna throw out, I was pulling 3 rods at the time. We're going down to 2 for the time being. Let me get this thing, I want to get my speed. I'm eyeballing my speed here, y'all, because I ain't got my graph on. I don't want to have to take that battery in tonight to charge it. Okay, let me put you back in the chest here. We gotta put us another bait out there. I think I'm gonna try, for doo-doos and giggles here, we're gonna try this live bluegill. We'll see what that does for us. There's a live bait. Go make us proud, bluegill. I do have some live bluegill in my bucket that I had planned on cutting possibly tomorrow, but if we can catch fish on live bluegill today, I may try them live tomorrow. I'm getting backlash out. Well, we're batting 1,000 right now, ain't we? We got to get it together here, folks. Hopefully get all my malfunctions out of the way today and not have any issues tomorrow. All right, now we back in business, everybody. We're back in business now. I wish I'd had like a camera mount or something set up where I could put my phone behind me. That way y'all could have seen me ass up in the air trying to climb up to the front to get that line out of my prop there. That would have made for a show, y'all. There's at least 2 women in the audience that would have probably liked seeing that. Let me figure out where I left off at here. Done lost my spot again. Hey, thank you for sharing that link there, Nikki. I appreciate that. There's Brian Barr, $1.99. Thank you, Brian. You're a good man. Let's see what this one is here. Chad Clements, 193 watching and less than 100 thumbs up. Come on, smash the thumbs up for Justin. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate that, man. I think Brian Barr, there's a comment under that. I wish y'all could see my screen. Brian Barr, I think, hit me with another $1.99. Thank you, Brian. He says, ever thought about a blooper video? Buddy, I'd probably put out a 2-hour show blooper video, as much stuff as I do. There's John Eric. He's down the street. He's probably catching crappie today. Yeah, Nicky, I need to get me some injections that fish had. Fix these lines up on my head. Get me some of that, what do you call it stuff? Botox or whatever. That's what I need. That's probably where that fish has been today. There's Aaron G. Says, been getting on any good fish. I'll see you tonight at the meeting. Yeah, man. I had a good one here at the start of this live stream. Got a couple good ones yesterday. So, been some good fish caught out here. How far behind am I in the chat? I'm way behind, y'all. I got to catch up down here. Let me get Philip Hollins super chat there. $10, Philip. Thank you. He says, good luck today. Here's a 10 spot for handling that prop tangle so well. I would have been cussing up a storm. Thank you, Philip. Normally I would have been cussing, but I'm trying to do better on these lives. You know, I had one get demonetized last month, and it's put my channel in YouTube purgatory. YouTube killed any push I had after I got canned on that live stream, so I'm having to mind my P's and Q's on these live streams a little more. So, trying to keep my cussing to a minimum. Oh, Donna's got some homemade banana pudding. Donna, that sounds good right about now. I've been eating out of the fast food window while I've been up here, so I wouldn't mind having something that requires a spoon or fork to eat. No, John, we got our tournament meet up here tonight at the Oxbow boat ramp at 6. We got to get our boards checked, but I ain't doing no like official meet and greet or nothing like that up here. Yeah, Ohio still. I may go to Sandusky next month for that tournament. I don't know if I'm going to or not. It's such a long drive. If it wasn't 10.5 hours, I would totally commit to it. But 10.5 hours, if I drive south instead of north, I can be in the ocean catching sharks in the same time. So it's tough to justify that kind of drive. Dale Hayslip says he catch 80% of his blues at Hoover on live bluegill. Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. I have heard that bluegill is a better bait here than what it is back where I live. So I've got some with me just to play around with tomorrow, you know. I brought skipjack from Tennessee up here with me, you know, just so I had some bait to get started with, but I caught a couple fish with it, but nothing to build my confidence in it. Skipjack is native to Ohio, so it's a legal bait here. However, it's not native to Hoover Reservoir where I'm fishing at. So these fish, they've got shad in here, bluegill, crappie, you know, bass, stuff like that, but they don't have skipjack. So the blues that have been put in here have never been exposed to it before other than just catfishermen throwing it in. So skipjack's a great bait where it's native, but it's not always the case when you're trying to use it somewhere where it's just not naturally living there. Justin Perdue says he loves the videos. I got him into ultralight fishing and he's been a blast. Got addicted to it. I've got 5 St. Croix setups now. That's awesome, man. He's got a whole collection of St. Croix. They're good rods. I got mine here with me today. It's catching crappie on it there earlier. Master Nader $1.99. He says, hope to be called a good man like Brian. You know, Master Nader, you are a good man. But here's my question, Master Nader. Do you have a horse named Toby like Brian does? Because Brian Forrest has that horse named Toby. And fun fact about me, Master Nader, I hate the name Toby. I hate it. It's like nails on a chalkboard. I don't know why anybody would name their kids Toby. No offense to any Tobys that may be watching or any parents who may have named their kids such a name, but it's probably the worst name in the world. If my name was Toby, I'd change it. Like I would go through the documentation process, you know, all the forms, paperwork, pay whatever fee. I would change my name, but that's just me. I don't know why it's like that. I've always felt that way. It's nails on a chalkboard to me. I just can't handle it. No offense to any Tobys out there, though. I'm sure y'all are great people. Master Nader says, enjoy your trip. We'll keep your spots warm for you while you're gone. I think I want to wrestle them paddlefish fishermen to catch a couple skippies. Oh man, it is paddlefish season back home. You try fishing below Fort Loudon Dam back home during paddlefish season, y'all, forget about it. Them people out there, they snag them and they hook one and they come running down the bank, tangling up everybody's lines when them things run. I don't even go try and fish below the dams during paddlefish season. Thankfully, it's only like a month long, but I take that month off from fishing below any dams. It's just a nightmare. Thank you again for that super chat, Master Neighbor. You're a good man, Master Nader. Dylan says, how do you get on my fished Hoover 2 weeks in a row, few bites only bank fishing? Yeah, I think out here you kind of need to move around a little bit. There's not a lot of objects, you know, debris and stuff in the water. Like, you know, yesterday I was running the live scope and I'm like, man, there ain't no, I'm seeing crappie on the live scope, but there's no brush anywhere. And I was talking to Ryan Bortz about that, and he says he thinks they're not allowed to sink brush in here. Like, you know, it's just not allowed, but there's really nothing out here. There's nothing to kind of hold fish in any spot. So I think moving around is kind of the way that's going to get you more consistent action, if that makes sense. I'll be moving tomorrow. That's my plan. I'm not going to be fishing how y'all normally see me do in my videos back home. Here's to hoping outdoors. Thank you, man. Pay Lake Hater says, watching with my grandson, and he said, Justin fell out of the kayak when you was getting the line out. It's a wonder I haven't, man. I'm getting too old to be climbing up the front of the kayak like that. Thankfully, I got incredible upper body strength with these guns on me right here, so I was able to support myself. But I'm sure it was entertaining for anybody out here who saw me trying to do that. There's Fat Cat. He says, big dog in Columbus, Ohio. Happy to have you here. Thank you, Fat Cat. Yeah, I'm staying in Westerville, I guess. I guess that's where I'm staying at. I use GPS to get around, but the hotel I'm at's only like 10 minutes from where I'm fishing, so it's pretty convenient. Oh no, Nikki. Nikki has a dog named Toby, and it's a wiener dog. Nikki, you was up here. Now you're down here. You dropped about 4, maybe 5 notches. Maybe 6 because you got a wiener dog too. That's like a, man, that wow. I would have never expected that out of you, Nikki. A wiener dog and it's named Toby. You was here. Now you just, oh, that hurts my soul, Nikki. Edward Smith, he's in Kenton, Ohio. I don't know where that's at, but he says, good luck. I hope you're the best. Thank you, buddy. Keith Thompson, I'm at Hoover, as the title of this video says, Hoover Reservoir in Ohio. Dylan says they put out Christmas trees along the banks. Yeah, well, I mean, like back home and stuff, crappie fishermen get out in their boats and they put brush piles and stake beds and stuff all over, and out here I'm just not seeing any of that stuff. So leads me to believe that they're probably, maybe Ryan's right and they're not allowed to put stuff out here on the water, but again, I don't know for sure. There's Corey Pendergrass. What's up? M. says, when you move around, how do you control the depth of your bait? So when you're dragging, you're just on bottom. You don't really have to worry about it so much. But if I'm suspend fishing, I'll usually keep an eye on my graph and raise them lower as needed. Not an issue today. I got a bait under a balloon over here, and this other one's dragging, so I don't have to I don't have to fool with my graph. The only thing we're lacking right now with not having the graph on is just monitoring speed, which, you know, I'm moving slow enough here. We've gotten 2 fish moving the speed I'm at, so feel pretty good about that. The wind has started a little bit, so I'm gonna have to maybe tinker with it a little bit, but biggest thing though, if you're trying to suspend, you do need some kind of graph. Don't have to be a fancy model, but you need to keep an eye on your depth and raise and lower your baits as needed. Yeah, y'all, Callie's been trying to convince me to get on them channel cats up there forever. One of these days she'll probably talk me into it, but that day ain't today, Callie. I caught a channel cat earlier while I was crappie fishing. I thought I had me like a 3-pound crappie on. I was so upset, and I saw it was a channel. D Stan says, hey man, big fan of the videos. I know you're a big football fan, and I'm curious on what your thoughts are on Hendon Hooker going to the Lions. I'm a big Panthers fan, and I'm half and half on Bryce Young. Well, I got mixed emotions on it, D Stans. So, on one hand, I don't think Jared Goff's very good, right? So, I think there's a chance that Hooker will get some playing time at some point in the next year or so. Maybe probably best that he don't get any starts this year. He probably needs some time, especially coming off the ACL. So it's kind of a good situation in a way that Goff isn't very good, that maybe he's going to get a chance to start at some point. So I'm happy for him for that. But it's the damn Detroit Lions. I mean, they've been a dumpster fire my whole life, and they'll probably be a dumpster fire till long after I'm dead and gone. So I hate that Hooker just can't catch a break. I mean, he blows out his knee, ruins the season for us, you know, in Tennessee, hurts his draft stock, and now he ends up in Detroit. I mean, this poor guy can't catch a break. And then Jalen Hyatt, you know, he was our star wide receiver last year. I'll be damned if he don't get stuck going to New York with Daniel Jones. So he's a great receiver and ain't going to have anybody to throw him the ball up there. But yeah, you being a Carolina fan, I don't know. He's great in college, but boy, he's small. You know, guys like that just can't take the hits. You know, I mean, hell, look at Tua. You know, I mean, he's one concussion away from possibly being permanently disabled, you know. So I don't know about Bryce Young. I don't know. I wish you the best with it, but I ain't got a lot of confidence in it. Y'all sure gave up a lot to get him, so I hope it works out. Gary Coffey says, are you up north on the mud flat? No comment, Gary. I ain't giving out no exacts info on what I'm doing because I could have tournament people watching me. So, got to keep things under wraps till after the tournament. I'll go over everything in my tournament video that I film tomorrow, but gotta, you know, got to keep a little bit of a competitive edge here as best I can. You know what I mean? I'm sure you understand. You know what's up. Let me scroll down here. How far behind am I in the chat, y'all? Am I way behind? Oh, there's Callie. Said, Callie, this is weird that this is doing this. Somebody hit me up with $10 super chat. It's got Callie's comment over somebody else. I think Philip Holland possibly hit me with a super chat. Hey, Nikki, is that Philip Holland that hit me with the super chat right there? Callie's comment is on top of it on my screen. No, there it is. There it is. Callie did hit me with $10. It says, Sue Weiss just told me she comes up here every year, said her biggest was just shy of 30 pounds. Might be the only time you had fun catching channels. Callie, I could catch a 50-pound channel, and I ain't going to have fun with it. I will refuse to have fun with it just because it's a channel cat. But Callie, if you hit me up with $10, thank you. If it was Phillip Island, thank you, Phillip, but I can't see your comment. I don't know where Phillip's thing went. Callie's was on top of it. There's some glitch going on YouTube, y'all. I don't know what's up. It's happening sporadically with the comments. Most of them I'm skipping over, but the super chats, I don't want to miss anybody's super chat. Eddie Damon Fitzgerald Richards, the longest name in YouTube history, says, "Hey Justin, me and Paula wanted to tell you good luck and happy fishing." Well, thank you to you and Paula both, Eddie. Appreciate you tuning in. Okay, there's Nikki, says Callie. Okay, it was Callie that hit me with the 10. I don't know where Phillip Highland's comment went. It's completely gone. Who knows? Callie says, y'all, if we tell him we want to see him spend a day catching channels as long as some of his blues and flatheads, we may be able to convince him. It's going to take more than that, Callie. It's going to take more than that to convince me. Nikki says, Phillip did earlier. I remember Phillip giving me one earlier, but I thought it was showed up again. Y'all, I'm getting wet. Somebody look up radar and see if, is it just rain or am I about to get hit with a storm too? Are we supposed to have some storms? If it's just rain, if it's just a light shower, y'all look up Westerville on the radar, somebody. I would, but I'm on this phone with y'all. No, I ain't never been out there to the Cumberland, Tyler, catfishing anyway. I've been out there catching skipjack, but never catfishing. Okay, there's Phillip. He said I got his chat already. That's weird, Phillip. I don't know why it done that. I'm glad I didn't miss anybody. Oh, Eddie says I'm about to get hit with rain. Well, crap. Zach says just rain, all clear after this small cell. We'll ride it out a few minutes, I guess. I'm so far away from the ramp, I'm gonna get wet anyway at this point. Left my umbrella in the car too, so we're just gonna own it out here, y'all. Douglas says, what do you hate more, channel cats or goldfish for bait? Channel cats. I don't hate goldfish for bait. I just hate that so many people want me to use it. And some of them, one guy, he messaged me and commented forever about me using goldfish for bait. And I was going to do it just for him because he had messaged me so many times about it. But then he got pissed off that I didn't do it on his time frame. And he just lit me up for it. And so now I pretty much refuse to use goldfish just because of him. I guess I can ditch the sunglasses now since I'm getting rained on. I hope it don't rain any harder than this. Y'all know I'm way too much of a diva to be sitting out here and getting a monsoon or something, especially without my umbrella. Sue Weiss says, Callie, I think he's just scared of us girls out fishing. Girls always outfish you, Sue. That's how it goes. Anytime you got a girl with you, they're going to catch more and bigger fish every time. I just expect that. Paylake Hater says, live in Louisville. Lamar didn't deserve that contract. Baltimore's crazy. He'll probably get hurt again this season. Yeah, I'm with you, Paylake Hater. I think Lamar is super talented. I mean, when he takes off, man, he is legit. But you know, last couple seasons he's ended up hurt down the stretch, and so it's like, are you going to get your money's worth out of it? But star quarterbacks are so few and far in between, you almost have to pay for them. You know, you can't hardly fault a team for locking him in. But how he handled that contract situation was a little. You know, it could have been done a lot better. He'd have probably got paid a lot sooner had he not done how he done. Phillip said there's a lot of things this modern day technology does on its own that can't be explained. That's the truth, man. Now we got all this AI stuff coming too. Aaron Hoover says 5 p.m. there's a big sale showing up. I'm going to be out of here before then. I was pretty much done, you know. I just got me some bait this morning. I thought I'll drop a couple lines down, and well, 3 lines down. 2 now that we wrapped up in the prop, but I was just going to drop them down here and go live for an hour or 2 on my way back to the car. Douglas is about 45 minutes of rain. Hell far, I don't want to sit out here no 45 minutes in it. That other fella said a small sail. I'm pretty much going to get wet regardless now because I'm still a good ways away from the ramp. I probably need to do something with the bait here. Let's see how these things are looking. Oh yeah, they all up here at the top of the water, y'all. Bear with me a minute, y'all. I'm going to put y'all back in the chest. We got to switch out some water. My aerator pump took a crap earlier. So I'm just switching out water until I can get back to the hotel and get my charger for this pump. I gotta be careful. I don't want to lose all this bait out this bucket. I got me a few crappie in here. I'm overcrowded in this bucket, but I want to try to keep them alive for tomorrow if I can. I don't mind using crappie that's a day old, and I do have some in my cooler. But if I could keep these alive overnight and then cut them tomorrow when I'm ready to use them, it will literally be as fresh as possible. So that's kind of my goal with it. We'll see if it pans out or not. I think if I can keep them alive till I get back to the hotel, I think I'm good. I don't know why my pump, I got one of these little Amazon deals. They're like 20 bucks. And normally I get about 8 hours of run time on that thing, but today I just got like 4, so I don't know what's wrong with it. Well, good luck, NJ Fishing Maniac. I hope you catch some of them channels that you after. I don't know why you after them, but good luck catching them, man. Yeah, it's a good idea, Ted Beard. May do that. I'm looking forward to getting home and doing some more carp fishing. I felt like the spawn's about to start back home. I hope I'm not missing it while I'm up here. Hey, thank you, Nikki. I'm glad you're about one of 5 people who watched that video yesterday, Nikki, so I appreciate it. We got a snag there. Let's see if I can get myself snagged on video too. Hold on, y'all. Let me put you back in the chest a minute. There it comes. Yeah, Nikki, that video yesterday didn't perform worth a crap, but that was pretty crazy. I thought initially that bass I thought it had eaten the bobber, you know, and broke me off. But then when I caught him later on in the afternoon and had both hooks in the mouth, I was like, crap, he ate that other minnow too. That was pretty crazy. You just never know what's going to happen when you go fishing. Anything's possible. Let's see what's going on here with this. Somebody hit me with another super chat and I can't see it. I think it's a big one too. It's red. Hey Nikki, did somebody leave me a super chat? Is it Callie? I can't see. I don't know. I'm about done on these super chats, I guess, because they keep getting messed up. I hate for people to be giving me money and me can't even figure out what they're saying on there. Cast Blast Camp says, love the videos, but the stream quality looks, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't have any control over stream quality. I just go live. You know, it is what it is. Some people like the live stream, some people don't. I've given up trying to please people. I'm going to do what I want when I want. And anybody who watches can. And if you don't like the quality, audio, anything else, click off. Randy Shaw watched yesterday's video. Thank you, Randy. You and Nikki are 2 of the 5 people. There's Stephen from Eastern Oregon. Heck yeah. We got people all over the place watching. Larry R. been a member for 9 months. He says, hey, Justin, good to see you live. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate you. We got another one over here beside me and one up here in front of him. We got people all over out here. Kayak Mike and Ryan are back. Well, they was. I don't know. They might have went around me going back to the car by now that I've been live, but they was back there catching crappie where I was at too. So we got several kayakers out here right now. I hope we all don't end up on top of each other tomorrow fishing the same area. That'd be a kind of a nightmare. Tim Sears is always good stuff. Murfreesboro, Tennessee, another Tennessean. Got me missing home. Cast Blast, I'm live. You don't choose what you are when you're filming. It's all based on cell service. Buddy, if you don't like it, click the hell off. I can't fix it. When you're live, you're live. It just is what it is. Sometimes it's cell phone service, sometimes it's your internet connection. It is what it is. I gotta be good though, y'all. I gotta watch my mouth because I'm gonna get demonetized again. I'm supposed to make everyone feel included on YouTube and the live streams. I gotta make everyone feel welcome. Even if I don't want them, even if they're not welcome, they have to feel welcome. That rain's getting worse, y'all. I thought this was a small cell, whoever said that earlier. Mark Beschel said he's the 3rd person. I got all 5 people who watch yesterday's videos is going to be in here watching. Sean Wade saying hello for the first time. Fishing Freaks, when did you start cussing? I cuss my whole life. I try not to cuss on video. Did I say some cuss words on this one? I may have. I don't know. People piss me off sometimes. I'm not a people person, but I have individual people that I like, and many of them watch my videos. You know, some of you's been watching so long, and I've been interacting with you in the comment box so long, I kind of feel like I know you. And this is a good way to interact with people. But unfortunately, it seems like every live stream, somebody trips my trigger and I get myself in trouble. Since YouTube is very, very anal on their policies and stuff and won't even tell me what policies I broke, I gotta really watch myself because my channel has been in the dumps ever since I got demonetized there last month. And I was on a roll. I had my best month of March ever in the history of my channel. And then I get demonetized and it went down the crapper just instantly. So I gotta be good on these live streams while I'm getting it, y'all. I gotta mind my manners. This rain's getting worse, y'all. I'm gonna have my microphone, my phone, everything's getting soaking wet. Bad day to leave my umbrella in the car. I knew it was gonna rain today too. I just figured I'd be off the water before it hit. Daniel Scott said you were a nurse but don't like people. Yeah, Daniel, the reason I don't like people is because I was a nurse. You work ER long enough, you learn not to like people. You see the worst in everybody. Hillbilly says, I'm more of a people person than anyone he's ever met. I'd probably like the people that you've met then. We'd probably have something in common. Patrick Pittman likes hearing me go off. Who else has been a member? Somebody's been a member. No, I think that's just replaying it on there again. We got some glitch on the YouTube. It's messing up some comments. Sean Wade says, I'm a nurse. I definitely understand. Man, I tell you, man, you work ER or mental health or, you know, something like that. It just makes you jaded toward people after a while. I'm glad to be out of it. Hope I never have to go back to it. Rodney says, I'm in the medical field as well. I know exactly what you mean. I hate people. Everybody in the medical field hates people. It just ruins you. Yeah, Cookie, it's raining pretty hard right now. We got a nice little shower going down. Eric, I didn't do much catfishing today. I mainly got bait, but I have caught 2 in the short time, or a little over an hour that we've been live, just kind of dicking around here on my way back to the ramp. Well, the first one was pretty good. The second one was a dink, but my trolling motor was probably the catch of the day. I lost probably 50 yards of line wrapped around my prop. What a disaster that was. Oh, Sean says, I see you. Yeah. Yeah, you're getting the worst of the worst people too. Donna watched it. Donna was the 5th person that watched that video yesterday. All 5 of you is in here in the live stream. What are the odds? Trevor Martin says, I'm a veterinarian. It's not the pets that are the problem, it's the owners. Trevor, I've always felt the same thing about having children as patients in the ER and stuff. The kids were always great. It was the parents that just griped your ass all the time. That's what I couldn't stand. That's why I could never be a pediatric nurse. It wouldn't be for the kids wouldn't be the problem. It would be the parents that you have to deal with. Philip Holland says, I'm the same way. Was asked if I wanted to help coach my son's t-ball team, and I said I'd have to respectfully decline because I don't care much for people or kids, even though I have 2 kids. That's funny. Yes, Corey, I have baits. Why the hell would I be out here sitting in the rain if I didn't have baits in the water? What the, I mean, I'm being good though, y'all. I'm being good. I'm toning it down. I'm not going to say what's going through my mind right now because that would get me demonetized. But yes, I have baits in the water because it would be dumb to be fishing in the rain with no baits in the water. Daniel Scott, $49.99. Holy cow, Daniel. He says, have a sit-down meal after the live. Sounds like you're hangry. Well, thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it. No, I'm in a good mood overall. The older I get, the less tolerance I have for stupid. And there's a lot of stupid in this world today. Lots of it, man. But I appreciate the heck out of you, Daniel. I appreciate all of you that super chatted me, and also shout out to Will and Lynn Loy. They are channel members on here and regular viewers. I don't know, I haven't seen them comment on here, but they'll probably tune in later. They watch everything, but they hit me up with some money through the PayPal too before my trip to help get me up here too. So I appreciate them. Big shout out to Will and Lynn also. Callie says, maybe it's because I'm a volunteer firefighter and first responder that I don't hate people. But I do get asked to do all the doctoring of injuries at work. I bet. Leumas finally caught a live stream. Awesome, man. Harry Anderson says, I'm not one of the 5 what video. Yesterday's video got about 5 total views. It bombed. It's terrible. So I figured there's about 5 people that watched, and it seems like they were all in here in the chat right now. Nikki's a substitute teacher. There's good substitute teachers and bad ones, Nikki. Which one are you? Are you the substitute teacher that goes in and tries to take over the class, or are you the type of substitute that just puts on movies all day? I like the type of substitute teacher that would put on movies all day. That's the kind I liked. Russell says, remember to get the kayak in the PHT. I don't know what that means. Yeah, well, I'm trolling into the wind, so it's kind of, and the poles behind me, they're out of the water. Here in Ohio, you can only have 3 rods at a time fishing. They got weird laws up here, so gotta be careful. Like yesterday I kept seeing fish on the live scope, and I thought I want to throw at one of them things. And then I remembered, well, shoot, I can't be with 3 rods at a time, so I had to reel one of my rods in so I could throw at the fish that I was seeing on the screen. And I'm glad I did, because I caught some on that with that live scope. Throwing a jig, I got a slab crappie and a couple cats. So, but I had to reel in one of my suspended rods while I was trying to do it. Hey, there's Lynn. What's going on, Lynn? I was just talking about you and Will hitting me up with that PayPal money before my trip. I was just giving you all a shout out. Bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to scroll with my finger. My finger's wet from the rain. I'm having a hard time with it here. Great Outdoors says, is Hoover Reservoir known for big cats? It's not known for big cats, but they are getting bigger in here. I think they started stocking them sometime in the last 10 or 20 years, I think. Don't quote me on that. But there are some good quality fish in here. That one I caught yesterday was in that kind of 40-inch range, so good quality fish. There's blues, flatheads, and channels in here. Oh, yeah, that's what Russell means, getting the photo and the fish. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be in the kayak the whole time. I won't be doing any bank fishing, so won't be a problem with that tomorrow, but I'll never make that mistake again. That's for dang sure. that ended up, I titled the video $550 mistake, but that in itself was another mistake because it was actually a $750 mistake. Kayak Mike had told me the wrong payout amount before I done my closing segment, so that mistake actually cost me $750 instead of $550. It was a even bigger kick to the balls. Hey, thanks for watching, Justin Fraley. Nikki says the Loys are dang good people. Yeah, Nikki, they was the ones that sent Daphne the treats. They sure was. She loves them too. She don't deserve the treats, but she loves eating them. Leuma says, love your ultralight stuff. More videos with live minnows. Well, I can do that. Zach says there were 6 people. He's the 6th. All right, man, my views have went up while I've been live. Maybe it was, Doug. I like that yellow bike, though. It looked like Hulkamania. I sold it the other day. After that video, there was a girl, she had bought one of the other folding bikes, and she had said, and I get another, she wanted it, so I reached out, and she come and got it. I got 2 more, well, I got 2 more bike videos. One of them is filmed. There's another one I got to do when I get home, but both of those bikes are already, one of them sold, the other's spoken for, so. The bikes have been a profitable venture for me. I know a lot of people don't like the bike videos and stuff, but it's hard to turn down because, man, I put them things up for sale and they gone within a day. The bike companies, they don't give a crap, man. They just want to be on the channel, so I'm going to take every one that gets offered to me. Let's see. No, I've never been stuck by a big cat, thankfully. Yeah, I don't know why it bombed either, Randy. Some of them do, some of them, you know, that's just how it goes. I've put out videos with big fish that I thought had a chance to succeed, and they've bombed in the past. And then I've had other videos that I didn't think would get any views that have done really well. It's always a crap shot when you doing YouTube, you know, it's kind of like a lottery ticket every time you upload, basically. You never know what's going to do well and what ain't. Vance Williams Said, you out there fishing, I'm out here busting my butt, Justin, pouring concrete. Oh, man, you working too hard, Vance. Take you a break, buddy. You've earned it. Catfishing Dreams is stocked in 2011. Monster flatheads and blues up to 50 pounds now. Well, I need me about 3 of them tomorrow, Catfishing Dreams, so 3 50-pounders will probably win this thing. Stephen Roth, I'm in Hoover Reservoir in Ohio today. Yeah, that's what I had heard too, Block Beta. I think it was 2 rods up here until this past year. They made it 3. Cast blast cam. I think the biggest cat I ever caught, I think, is in a video titled Holy Catfish, but I didn't weigh or measure it. Pele Cater says, great job today, Nikki. Yeah, Nikki's my MVP today, buddy. She's doing some good moderating. She has full blocking authority. I like blocking people, but I apparently can't do that anymore on live streams because, you know, it'll get me demonetized, so I got to let my moderators have the fun. But I always did enjoy blocking people. There's always somebody that needs to be blocked. Every video, every live stream, there's somebody out there that's either dumb or they got a bad attitude or they just don't like me or whatever reason. A lot of people need to be blocked, but I ain't allowed to do it anymore. So I got to let the moderators take care of it. Yeah, Cookie, it's still, the rain is slacked off. I'm still getting hit with some drops in the face occasionally, but it's slacked off, thankfully. Alan, Kayak Mike was just talking about East Fork earlier when I was back there crappie fishing with him. I'm going to have to hit that up sometime. No, Tim, I don't ever fish out in Middle Tennessee. Fish in Key Largo said yesterday's video did not show in the subscription feed. Had to click on your channel specifically. Yeah, I've heard that. People have been telling me that for a long time. They don't get notifications and stuff. It's weird. Thankfully, I got my second channel. I don't seem to be having any problems with it. It seems to be doing okay. It's going to end up overtaking my first channel. My plan is to run the second channel until the videos on there average more views than my main channel consistently. And then I'm going to switch everything to it. But for now, I'm still rocking both channels. YouTube plays games with me, I play games right back. There's always a way to do what you need to be done, even if you just have to take 5 extra steps. Michael watched the video yesterday too. By gosh, we're up to 7 people who watched it. Thank you, Douglas. Appreciate you telling everybody to hit the thumbs up for me there. On the fly, first time catching me live. Glad you could tune in, buddy. There's Art 1 Ton Fishing Club. What's up, man? Just out here living the dream, buddy. Out here in Ohio trying to catch me a fish. Name me 3 of them tomorrow in the tournament. Harry Anderson says, got new live scope. Learn more from you than instructional videos. Well, thanks, Harry. Glad you find them helpful, man. Zach says the Hulk Hogan colored bite, is it faster than the black bite from the other video from the pond? I don't know, man. I filmed so many bike videos now. I don't know which, they've all been black, I think, except for the orange one and the yellow one. So I don't know which one you talking about. But the yellow one wasn't as fast as some of the others, though, for sure. Them folding bikes aren't as fast. They got the same size motor, but they ain't as quick as some of the others I've had. Nikki says, what's the first place prize for your tournament? Somewhere between $1,500 and $2,000 probably, Nikki, depending on how many people we have signing up. It'll be a nice payday tomorrow for somebody. Stephen Ross says he feels dumb that he asked before he read the title of the stream. Don't worry, Stephen. I promise you ain't the dumbest person in the comment box today. We done proven that. You wouldn't be in the top 10 dumbest people in the comments today. I don't care what you say. Jared Owens says, why do you hate on channel cats so much? I hate them because everybody asks me why I hate them. They chew up my baits. They get my gulp minnows and stuff. They just, back home, we don't get big channel cats. I mean, maybe occasionally, but most of them are kind of just small. They're real little. And so they just get down there and just destroy baits. And so I can't stand them, man. They're a nuisance back home. Now, if I live like Callie up there in North Dakota and had access to big channel cats, maybe I could learn in some distant future to like them. But I don't. So that's where we're at with it. But mainly, the number one reason I hate channel cats is because everybody asks me why I hate channel cats. Callie's 5 foot tall and 100 pounds. Callie, when you walk across that stage for graduation, make sure you don't walk behind the podium because they ain't going to be able to see you. Callie, I hope you're not valedictorian because you'll have to get you some phone books to stand on to be able to see up over the podium to give your speech. Lord, I'm gonna get demonetized on this video for telling short jokes, y'all. Northern View Outdoors, only 30 minutes away. Heck yeah, man, you close. Yep, Ted, still using the Stinger. Not on my dragon rigs, but my suspending rigs I am. Yeah, Douglas, I'd like to catch that fish again someday. I don't know if he's still kicking or if he's been caught by somebody else and took to the dinner table or something, but if he's still out there, I hope to see him again someday. It's about time to go down there and fish that area of the river again because I caught him in June, 5 years apart. I think it was like 5 years and 10 days apart, I think it was. But it was in the month of June when I got him, so I'm going to hit it again here coming up next month. I don't know, Nikki. I don't know what it takes to get people's notifications turned back on when they stop doing it. I don't know. I don't know. It seems to be some glitches and stuff with YouTube. Some people get notifications, but for some reason, certain people don't. I don't know why the people that do get them and the ones who don't get them. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Art. Boy, Mike does talk, don't he? He does them little Facebook videos, you know, for tournament updates and stuff. And they get long-winded too. Old Kayak Mike, he's a pretty good fella though. He's done a real good job with the tournament stuff, and he's gotten a lot of money raised for the tournaments. I mean, the event has at least $1,000 guaranteed to the winner before anybody signs up. So he's done a real good job with it. Corey says, when you're fishing from the bank, which do you prefer, a point or a cove? Always a point. Well, almost always. For catfish anyway. You can't ever go wrong fishing a deep point for catfish. Bait congregates on them points and the catfish will move up on them. So if I got my choice of a random cove or a random point, I'm probably going to have better success on the point most of the time. My second channel is called Kayak Catfish Highlights. It's mostly shorts and shorter videos that have been previously aired. But eventually it will probably be new stuff on there too. Daniel says he likes the pond videos. I'm glad you like them, Daniel. I like doing them. You know, I like playing with them electric bikes. I mean, I started taking all these bikes, you know, because it's an easy payday. But I do enjoy riding the bikes. They're fun, and you know, it gives me an excuse to take Daphne down there and play, and she can run around and chase deer and turkeys and have the time of her life. And you know, we and her can race on the bikes. And she loved Daphne. I mean, she loves them bikes. I got one that I keep, you know, for the house. And every day I'm home, I run it around the yard and just let her chase me, and then we'll turn and I'll chase her, and then we'll go back and she'll chase me again, and it's a lot of fun. We've only wrecked one time. Well, we officially wrecked where I got thrown off the bike once, where I hit her with it. And then one time I hit her, but I didn't wreck, but it yanked the hide off of her. She had like a little, what do you call it, like a burnout spot or a bald spot on her leg there where the tire got her one time. But me and her have fun with it. Oh man, Callie hit me with another 10 spots. Says I make jokes about my size all the time. Won't be walking the stage though. Can't afford the trip to New Hampshire. Thank you for that super chat, Callie. Well, I'm with you on that, Callie. When I went to college too, I went to Lincoln Memorial University, but I took my classes in Knoxville, but the main campus was up on Harrogate, Tennessee. And I literally went to the main campus one time, and that was for graduation. But if it had been, you know, a few states away, I wouldn't have went. I don't care nothing about the graduation's mostly for your friends and family, not really for you. So it wouldn't have hurt my feelings not to go. If my mom didn't want to see me walk across the stage so bad, I wouldn't have went. Finnabom, we can bring an extra rod to fish for bait during the tournament. However, Ohio laws only allow 3 rods per person. So if I was to fish for bait tomorrow, I would have to reel in with my catfish rod. So I'm stocked up on bait today. I've got stuff in my cooler here. I've got these crappie and bluegill here in the bucket, assuming they stay alive till I can get to the hotel and get my aerator plugged in. But yeah, I'm not going to be bait fishing tomorrow at all. Tiffany says it's a YouTube issue. Yeah, fortunately, it don't seem to be just me. It seems to be a lot of YouTubers have said the same thing about people not getting notifications and stuff. So it seems to be a known issue that they just don't bother to fix. They got better stuff to do, you know. They got to demonetize my videos for unknown reasons. That's way more important than fixing the notifications. I'm going to get myself in trouble with YouTube today, y'all. Oh, thank you for sharing my link to the second channel there, Nikki. Oh man, Callie looks so young she can eat at the Holiday Inn Express for free. That's a good problem to have, Callie. I'd like to get me a free buffet. I'm gonna eat me something when I get off the water here. I'm getting hungry now. Fishing Key Largo says he has to unsubscribe from a channel, wait a day, and then resubscribe, and he gets notifications again. Ain't that something? That it's 2023 and you got to go to all that hassle just to get a notification. That's crazy. No, James, you ain't missed nothing. Got a couple fish. Been live now about an hour and a half. I'm just working my way back to the dock. I caught my trolling motor. That was the most exciting part of the day. Art says his wife gets a kick out of the dog. No, Greg, Daphne does not like taking baths. So, we was down there, I can't remember. I got another pond video that ain't come out yet. I can't remember if it's that or the one that come out yesterday. But she had rolled around in goose crap, and she stunk so bad. I mean, she was just, it was awful. You could smell it in the car on the way home. So I made her take a bath. Like, I got her in the shower. I scrubbed her down, and she still stunk. So I had to give her another bath. And she wasn't liking it. You know, she sat there and let me scrub her down, but she wasn't happy. I knew she was mad at me. You can just see the look in her face. Like, she gets this look where you know she's mad at you and you know she's going to do something destructive to get you back. And so I had to leave. I was going to play top golf that night. And so I put her in her crate after she got her bath. And I knew it. I said, when I get back, she's going to have either peed or pooped in that crate and rolled around in it. Sure as the world, I get back, she had filled that crate up with pee and rolled all in it. It's like, you daggone dog. But no, she don't like baths, to answer your question. Her bath caused her to misbehave the other night. There's Tim Szymski. What's up, buddy? Tim Sears, his trolling motor, it did put up a good fight, man. I thought I'd trim my line and be good, and then it wrapped up the rest of it. Brought my whole leader and everything up on there. Had to climb up there and cut it. Tiffany says they've done that with several channels over the last week, and there was nothing in them that could have caused it. Oh, really, Tiffany? Now, see, I didn't know other channels was having that problem too. Yeah, I don't know. So with my situation, Tiffany, it was the live stream back in April, and I ended up deleting it, you know, after they demonetized it, but it got demonetized 6 days after the live stream was over. Like, it was fine for a week almost, and then boom. And so I had reached out through that YouTube community support thing, whatever, in the studio app to try to get clarification as to why I had been demonetized. And they claim they have a policy that says they will not tell you which policy that you've broken. And I thought, that's the dumbest thing ever. I mean, in what world do we live in? If you get reprimanded at your job, if Human Resources calls you into the office and says, we're writing you up for something, they're going to tell you what they're writing you up for. I've never seen anything like it, but I have no idea what it was about that particular live stream that got me flagged. But I'll tell you this, my channel was kind of getting some momentum and rolling. You know, I was having some productive videos there, getting a lot of views in March. But when that happened there in early April, every video I've posted since then has bombed. I mean, they've all just crapped out. And my old live streams was kind of getting a push before then, like the replays and stuff, and like a light switch, they all just stopped getting views after that too. So I'm in YouTube purgatory right now. I'll bounce back out of it at some point, but right now the YouTube algorithm doesn't like me. Thankfully, it still likes my other channels, so don't tell YouTube about my other channel, y'all. Don't tell them it's me. Here's another story I'll tell you too. So this one's really good. So I got a message a couple days ago, and a fella reached out and said, Justin, there's a person on TikTok pretending to be you. So they've stolen my logo and made it their TikTok profile, and they have taken some of my shorts videos that have gotten a lot of views, and they've posted them on their channel. And you know, this kind of thing happens all the time. It happens on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You know, you just get on there, you fill out the copyright thing, and the various platforms, they remove it, they take it down. So I go to click on this guy's profile so I can, you know, report it and get it taken down, and I can't pull him up on TikTok. This guy was smart. He preemptively blocked me before he stole my content so that I wouldn't be able to report him. So I had to create another TikTok account so that I could access his profile to be able to report him. Now the videos are still up on there. I suspect they'll be taken down anytime. They better, by God. You know, it's hard when somebody steals a video from YouTube and posts it to Instagram or TikTok. You got to jump through extra hoops to prove that you own the content. But where this guy messed up is he took my logo and made it his profile pic. And my logo, we're about to be trademarked. We're real close through the trademark process. So I'll have like, you know, government paperwork on that as a registered trademark. So that I can really start going after some of these people that are stealing from me. I get tired of the thieves, man. People steal your content. Like this guy that stole my shorts videos, he has gotten a few 100,000 views. You know, that's like stealing money out of my pocket. And I get people, you know, stealing my logo, put on merchandise and all that stuff. Pisses me off. But that's part of the game, you know. It's just something you deal with. But I did think it was pretty clever of that guy to block me before he started uploading my videos so that I wouldn't be able to see or find his channel. I guess he didn't realize that I've got a lot of you all out there that watch me and like my videos and look out for me and will tell me when somebody is stealing from me. So his ass is grass and my foot's the lawnmower as soon as TikTok gets around to reviewing the copyright for him. Oh, Randy said it was yesterday's video Daphne rolled, but my days run together, Randy. I can't ever remember. That dog is something else, though, man. She has a fascination with poop. Yeah, Nikki, I don't either, man. They're just so. I guess they're so worried about getting sued all the time that they frown upon everything. I'll look for a day to come when fishing is considered animal cruelty and stuff, and probably gets us booted for that. Charles Seward, he's a club member. He says, I grew up near Hoover and fished it often, a great lake. Got some good flatties back then. Also, I think the state record buffalo came from there. Hey, that's awesome, man. I would have loved to have done some carp fishing up here. I didn't know you had buffalo in here. That's pretty cool. The carp was going everywhere back there where I was at crappie fishing earlier. You'd see them come up splashing and stuff. They were all up in that area. Tiffany said that's more of a reason than the others received. The one thing in common is all the videos that it happened to were all doing well. One of them had 15,000 views in an hour of posting. Wow. Wow, that's a lot of views to just lose the revenue on. I hope it's not a common thing. Thankfully, my last live stream did not get demonetized. We'll see about this one, you know, after the fact. I don't think this one's going to get a lot of views anyway, because we've not had but 100. We got 193 people right now. I don't think we've had I don't think we've crossed 200 since I've been live. So usually if you don't get a lot of people watching your live stream, or you don't get a lot of comments and engagement, you usually don't get a lot of views after the fact, which, you know, if you're not getting views, it don't really matter if your video's got ad revenue or not, because you ain't earning no ad revenue without the clicks. So, but it'll be interesting to see if this one gets dinged or not. I think I've been mostly good in this one, for the most part. Tiffany says, seems like YouTube doesn't want smaller channels or growing channels to do well. Well, people have said that forever, Tiffany, but I took my second channel from 0 to what I got now, 30-something thousand subscribers and several million views now in just a few months. I think it's possible to start a brand new channel. I actually feel better about starting a new channel than I do my current channel. I feel like as channels get older, they kind of age out. I feel like you kind of peak, and then once you go over the hump, YouTube don't push you anymore. So I kind of feel the opposite on that, Tiffany, but that's just my opinion on it. Well, thank you, Corey Witt. I appreciate you going through my videos. Corey Pendergrass, why do you sometimes turn off your comments? I don't. My second channel does not have comments turned on. This channel does. So if you're seeing a video that doesn't have comments, it's my other channel. I chose not to turn comments on there for a couple reasons. One, I hate the comment box. Just straight up honest with you. There's people I like interacting with in the comment box, but there's a lot of people I don't. And the comment box does nothing for a YouTube channel. YouTube will tell you it does, you know, engagement, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't. One of the things, though, when I started that second channel, one of the things I wanted to do was test that theory. So I thought, I'll turn comments off from the very beginning and see if it affects the growth of the channel at all. And obviously, it hasn't done anything. I'm getting a couple million views a month on that channel, so it's doing just fine without the comments. But no, I will not have comments turned on that channel ever, because it's too big a pain in the ass to moderate. You know, you get people in there threatening you, calling you a bunch of names, you know, arguing with other people who are commenting and watching videos. It's just a cesspool. I mean, you know, 98, 99% of you are awesome in there, you know, very polite and respectful and all that. But that 1 or 2%, you know, it's the old turd in the punch bowl or whatever. You know, you can have a nice big punch bowl with fruit punch and your favorite beverage, whatever, but if one person takes a crap in it, you ain't gonna want to drink out of that punch bowl anymore, right? Same thing with YouTube comment box for me. So I kind of admire, that's one of the reasons, well, one of the reasons, there's many reasons I admire Luke from Catfish and Carp, right? He's like if there's a YouTube Mount Rushmore ever, he's up there, you know, because he climbed to the top of the mountain and continues to climb it, you know, whereas people like me and some of the other catfishing YouTubers, we climbed to a point, we plateaued, now we're coming back down the mountain. Luke has stayed up there forever, but he done a interview with Kevin Lake in there with Palmetto Cats, but they had done it on the Catfish Conference, virtual conference, back whenever COVID was going on a year or two ago, when they had the virtual thing happening. And Luke talked about the comment box, and he has comments, his comments were turned off with the whole child thing. Then they got turned back on, and he said he went in and then turned them off again, because it's such a, you know, it's such a cesspool. And that was one of the things that he recommended new channels do, is just turn your comments off. And so I really admired him for saying that. We got another fish on here, y'all, finally. Let's reel us another one in here. Oh, he just dropped it. He just dropped it. Good effort, fish, good effort. That's fine. I didn't want to catch that fish today anyway. I need to catch him tomorrow. I wanted to catch some fish for this live stream, but I didn't want to catch many. We don't want them sore lip before I need them on tournament day. Finnabun, $4.99. Thank you, buddy. He says, keep a separate shorts channel. Every platform wants to be like TikTok, pushing a lot more ads in shorter periods. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, and I'll tell you, them shorts videos, they don't pay crap. You know, I've had on my second channel there, I've had some shorts videos that have gotten, one of them I think's like got 3 million views or close to 3 million views, and you don't make much on there compared to a regular video. You get a lot of exposure, but you don't make much. Not like a normal video that's, you know, got longer length. But yeah, everybody seems to like them shorts videos nowadays. I thought that rod was getting hit again. Thank you for that super chat, Finnabun. David Taylor, may I ask what country you are fishing? USA, buddy. United States of America, Ohio, on Hoover Reservoir. Yeah, Tiffy, that's crazy. They got 1 million subs and that's happening. I would think YouTube would take better care of them since they got such a big following. Tim says commenting invites that it does. You know, and it's nice because like I said earlier, I've got a lot of people in here, a lot of you that's in here watching now. Like Nikki and Callie and, you know, even Tim there made the comment about commenting invites the fools. You know, I've been interacting with you all for years. You know, I feel like I know you. You know, I'm sure you feel like you know me too. So the comment box has been good for that. But, you know, unfortunately, you can't just limit it to, I wish you could. I wish I could go in and regulate who can comment. But unfortunately, it don't work that way. But it would be a shame if I missed out on getting to know and interact many of you that I do this with on a regular basis with, if I had never had the comment box turned on. So you're kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't. Corey says, you and Luke are the only fishing channels I subscribe to. You got good taste in fishing channels. Catfish Regulators hit me with a 10 spot. He says, hope the Vols has a good team this year. Well, thank you, buddy. I hope they do too. Last year, I didn't have big expectations last year. But boy, when we started doing good and we were rolling, I was like, man, it's time. It's our year. And then Hooker went down with the ACL, and it was pretty much over after that. But I'm hoping this is a good year too. We almost back. Tennessee's been down in the dumps for so long. We're getting there. We almost back. Well, thank you, Chris Dunaway. I hope you give it a shot, man. No, Charles, no sumos today. The first one I got there right as I was going live was a pretty good solid fish, you know, a solid fun sizer. "20 minutes from Bob Livingston." Yeah, these stands, I still have a love-hate with the GoPro. It's acted a lot better since I stopped using the external mic and the media mod, but it did overheat on me twice yesterday, so that was frustrating. But it was hot yesterday and it was sunny. Todd Hamill says, I'm not here to criticize. I love your content, but where's the beer? I'm not a drinker, Todd. I'm not. I've never been a drinker. I don't drink beer at all. If I'm in a social situation that I'm forced to have a drink in my hand to fit in, I'll hold something, but I just never been into it. Not my thing. I'm pretty straight edge on that kind of stuff. I agree, Nikki. I do have the best community on here, for sure. I've seen the comment box on some other YouTubers' channels, and I've definitely got the best for sure. Hey, what's up, Danimal? Tim says, you and Josh are my only fishing channels. Yeah, I like Josh too. He's a good dude. He sent me some carp stuff in the mail a couple weeks back. I ain't got to use it yet, but he's hooked me up with all kinds of stuff. He's real good at carp fishing, and buffalo too. Yeah, Callie says, I agree. We're all pretty great in here usually. Sometimes we got to weed out the riffraff. I enjoy weeding out the riffraff. I miss it now that I got to let you moderators do it. Just because I got to make everybody feel included, don't mean my moderators have to. That's how we get around it, y'all. Hey, what's up, Anthony Clifford? Glad to have you in here, buddy. He's another club member. Let's see. No, Corey, I didn't I didn't do any fishing while I was out there for the Kansas City conference. Lord, you don't want to see it, Tiffany. It wouldn't suit me. Well, thank you, James Farmer. This guy's dad, Rose, started watching me a few months ago. Then my wife started watching, and now I have to take her fishing. I'm sorry. Yep, Chris, I'm in Ohio. D squared, yeah, there's all kinds of bank access here on Hoover. I've seen a bunch of people bank fishing. Yeah, it rained, Chris. It rained for probably what, y'all, 5-10 minutes? Just enough to get me wet. It's quit now. I'm almost back to the ramp over here now, y'all. I'm about to pack it up and go get me something to eat, and I'll probably stay off water the rest of the day because I think it's supposed to have some storms this afternoon and then be raining in the morning when the tournament starts. But I think tomorrow afternoon's, at least the last report I saw, tomorrow afternoon's looking pretty good. So we'll dry out and hopefully put me 3 good fish on the board tomorrow, y'all. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm concerned there's going to be a lot of people fishing the same areas because I've hit a couple other areas since I've been in town and ain't done worth a diddly doo-doo. My fish have come from pretty much one area, and if everybody else figures that out too, because there's several people here pre-fishing the last few days, if they figure that out too, we all gonna be bunched up together. What we got here? We got one after that? Or am I snagged? I think I'm going through a snag. So I'm worried we may have to kind of get lucky tomorrow and just stumble into a bigger fish than somebody else. But I do think I'm going to catch some fish tomorrow. I think I've got the depth figured out that I need to be at. I've got the bait figured out that I need to be using. And so I think I'm going to catch some fish. Just need me 3 good ones. Never want to drive this far to go somewhere and get skunked at a tournament, so definitely don't want that to happen. Todd Hamilton, $5. He says, well, this Keystone is for you. Well, thank you. Can I skip the Keystone and get me a couple Pepsis instead? I actually been on a grape soda kick lately. Grape soda and Yoo-Hoos. I don't know if Yoo-Hoo is like a nationwide thing or if it's mostly Tennessee, but it's a chocolate milk-like drink, but it's not milk. But it's a chocolate drink. It comes in a glass bottle. I used to like them as a kid, but now I've gotten into them again as an adult. But as a kid, you know, you go to the gas station and you get you a Yoo-Hoo and a pack of baseball cards. It's nostalgic for me. But it tastes the same. It's really good. I could probably buy me 2 Yoo-Hoos for that $5 there. So thank you, Todd Hamilton. Joe Sutton says, use your Amazon link for the fake corn sinkers and hooks. Thanks, my friend. Hey, thanks for using the link, man. I appreciate that. Finnabun says, when's the Kayak Catfish gray long sleeve coming? You know, I had some long sleeve shirts on there once upon a time and they didn't sell. So I think I took them off. I just got t-shirts and hoodies on there now. I went through, I can't remember what it was, a few months ago, and I looked at like sales of all the items I had listed, and I tried to eliminate the stuff that wasn't selling good. M. says, how heavy a slip sinker do you use? It depends on the technique. So if I'm suspending, I typically like 8 ounces. If I'm just casting out, like if I'm bank fishing or if I'm anchored and casting out, I usually use 4. Lost my spot again. There I am. Oh, thank you, Chris Perkins. Thanks, Mike Hibbs. Bob Livingston says, which is better, shore fishing or kayak fishing? I like kayak fishing better. I like them both, but definitely like catching big fish in a kayak. I'm with you, Callie. I'm the same way. Just drinking just ain't my thing. If I got a drink to be cool, I'd just assume not be cool. I don't like hanging out with cool people anyway. Being cool is being social situations and stuff, and this is all the social I want to do right on here. Pele Cater says, my grandson has his own Kayak Catfish hat, and when some people ask him, what is that? He asks me, they don't know Justin. Yeah, it's amazing that so many people do know me, but it's a great big world out there. There's a lot of people that don't, for sure. Well, thanks, Corey. I hope I do win tomorrow. I'm going to give it the college try. Callie says she loves some Yoo-hoo back in the day. Get you one now, Callie. It'll be just like it was when you was a kid. The animal's been drinking Yoo-hoo in Oklahoma since he was a kid in the 80s. Hey, there's Deanna. What's up, Deanna? Glad you could make it in here. Tyler says thoughts on Mad Cats or Big Cat Fever rods. They're good rods, both brands. I mean, they've got a good quality rods. A lot of people like them. I got my own signature series rods here from Catfish Sumo. These are my favorite by far because I can adjust them. You know, like today, for instance, I'm kayak fishing. I like this short handle because if I'm sitting down fighting a fish, I can make it more ergonomic by tucking it into my belly. Most of the catfish rods on the market have them really long handles that are made for standing up in a boat or on the bank, you know, casting and fight fish and stuff. But my rods, I can have a short handle when I'm in the kayak, and I got extension handles I can put on if I need to cast baits or if I'm bank fishing or, you know, something like that. As we got a fish here, I'm gonna put the camera. Well, I was about to put the camera in the chest, and he got away from it there. I didn't want to catch that neither, by gosh. Let's see. There's Bipper. What's up, Bipper Baits? He missed 2 because of war. Get your priorities straight, Bipper. Get myself spun back here. Yeah, I'm almost back at the ramp over here, y'all. We're gonna wrap this up here in a couple minutes. I'm gonna get off the water, go get me something to eat, get my aerator on my baits here. They seem to be doing okay. I've been changing out the water this morning, so I'm trying to keep them alive till I can get that aerator pump going again. I'm gonna find me something to eat, chill out the rest of the day. We got our tournament meetup thing at 6, and get my board checked off, and then get a good night's sleep and hit it hard tomorrow, y'all. And then I think what I'm gonna do is probably drive home after the tournament. So it's a little under 6 hours for me to get home, and assuming I don't hit traffic, which I wouldn't expect that I would tomorrow. I hit a little bit on the way up here Wednesday, but hopefully won't hit any more, so should be home by 11 or midnight tomorrow night. Well, thank you, Tag. Russell Smith says, Yoo-hoo is chocolate syrup and water. Love it. But it's the perfect combination of syrup and water. They've nailed that recipe. Hey, Nikki shared the link to my rods. Thank you, Nikki. Nikki's all over them links, and she's on it. Moderator of the year, Nikki Hayes. Speaking of moderators, I don't know where the hell my mom's at. I'd send her a message there to tell her I was going live. I guess she got better stuff to do today. They've been working on a fence there at their house. She's probably out there doing that. Let's see. Let me scroll down here. Tyler, I literally just answered that question. I think you must have commented a second time before I saw it the first time. I'm gonna try, James Carwell. I'm gonna give it my best shot tomorrow. There's a lot of good fishermen in this tournament, so anybody's game. You know, the people that's up here that fish this regular is probably the ones to really look out for, because they're going to know where to go. I've just kind of stumbled my way around Wednesday afternoon and yesterday, and I feel like I'm on to a pretty good pattern. So this morning my goal was just to kind of get bait, and thought I'd go live here on my way back to the car, but I at least got a plan. You know, the plan may not work out tomorrow, but I at least got one going into tournament day. So that's about as good as you can hope for. I'll do it, Nikki. I'll be sure to give my mom an earful when I talk to her tonight. Well, that's a great idea, Charles. We totally need that. I'm surprised somebody ain't come up with that idea yet. I could probably get something delivered to the ramp, but I'd have to go over there and get it. Yeah, I guess my mom does deserve a day off, Kelly. I guess. Don't give her too much time off though. You give an inch, they take a mile. That's how it goes with everybody. All right, y'all. Well, again, I'm pretty much back here at the ramp, so I think I'm gonna pack it up and get me something to eat, retie some rigs. That way I'm good to go tomorrow and get my aerator on here once I get back to the hotel. So I appreciate you tuning in today. You know, it's kind of an impromptu live stream. I didn't announce it, didn't expect to go live. I thought I'd be off the water before, you know, by noon. At least the weather forecasts up here are just as bad as they are back home. So I had some extra time to fish today, but appreciate you tuning in. And if y'all want to follow along the live leaderboard tomorrow, you can do so on the Fishing Chaos app there. I don't have the link in this video description for you to click, but for the 3 or 4 of you who want to follow along, you'll be able to find it. It's on the Fishing Chaos app. I'm sure Kayak Mike will be posting updates throughout the day too on the Facebook group and stuff like that. But we'll have a good time tomorrow regardless. I'm gonna come out here and have fun, hopefully catch some fish and all that. So everybody there that's telling me good luck, thank you. I appreciate it. And hold on here. Will, he sent me that money to get me up here. What's he say? He says, on your way back home, stop off at the Dry Ridge, Kentucky exit for supper at La Rosa's Pizza Place and grab some Gold Star conies too. I'll keep an eye on that on the way home, Will. Hopefully that'll be about the halfway mark. That'll be perfect. But anyway, y'all, I'm wrapping it up. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the super chats today. Wish me luck tomorrow. See you next time.